Hey everyone, Ryan here from Ryan's Explorations, or video. I'm good with either one. But I want to talk personal for a bit or so. So just disclaimer: if you don't want to get into like personal type stuff and things in that criteria, then just click off this video because it might not be suitable. But so I just want to talk personal for a minute because sometimes I guess one of the biggest things that, sorry if I'm speaking quiet, it's 10:30 at night. I just got home from work and probably gonna go to bed after this. So I just want to talk about mainly, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought, being the right person for, here's one of the parts is being the right person for the right situation, meaning like right person for the job. And this is basically going to get into my work and my job now. And my coworkers might see this, my bosses might see this video, and honestly, if they do, then I'm kind of glad, because this video is kind of putting out how I feel and what I'm thinking right now. And maybe it will, maybe they can tell me their opinions on what I think, and because I do kind of want their opinions as well, which I might ask them at the same time at some point. But I guess basically at my job, I've made mistakes. I've made multiple, and it makes me think: am I suitable for what I do? I'd love to help, I really do, but then sometimes I get in my own mind, my own thoughts, thinking stuff is going to happen. I lose my mind. I stress myself out for no apparent reason, and I know I shouldn't really do that, but sometimes it's hard for me not to. And I do really think I'm trying my best, even if, and I'm not saying nobody told me that I haven't, but sometimes I feel like I'm not. And I don't know if I'm not to my coworkers or my friend, even out of work, or my bosses. I don't know. They'll tell me, obviously, but I'm trying my best. Do I let my thoughts get in the way of my work and my day? 100%. Should I let it do it as much as should I let it as much as I do? No. But it's hard for me to, do a technique that helps me get through the day and not let my thoughts get in the way. When I learn a technique, after so long, that technique just goes away, and it's hard for me to get back into those routines. And then I go back to the way I think normally, like my thoughts bother me, and then I go through a whole roller coaster, and I'm like right back at the start again. And my therapist has taught me ways to cope with that. My teachers in the past, my instructors, even my bosses, my prior bosses have taught me, my bosses that I work for now, and they've taught me ways. But it's hard for me to get back into a technique or rhythm that help me not let my thoughts bother me as much. I hope this is making sense. It might not make the most sense, but I hope I'm just not rambling on. and it's in like a certain situation, like I do multiple things at once in my job, and obviously that's what you have to do at your job because it's your job, your priority. You have to do your job, and sometimes you have to try to do more than your best. And I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes I just don't want to do my best, but I know I have to do better than my best at some points because I really don't have an option. But sometimes it's hard for me to do that. And that's what brings doubts on if I'm the right person for the job. Don't get me wrong. I love helping out. I love making people happy, but sometimes it's difficult to do that. Now, am I doing a good job? I think I'm doing a good job. But could I do better? Yes, absolutely. But somehow I always stop myself from doing that. And I don't know why. It and then it irritates me. I get irritated in general. I get attitudes. Like I not meaning like people give me attitudes, but I mean like I give attitudes to like my parents or something like that. Like I go home, I have an attitude, and then I get you know what I mean. It's do I see myself as a jerk or even worse? Yes. Do I see myself as a nice person? I'm going to be completely honest with you. No, I don't. I think I am. Am I the meanest person? Do I think I'm the meanest person or the worst person in the world? No. But do I think I'm a completely nice person? No. Not. I don't think I'm that nice either. I try to be. I really do, but I don't think I am. If I'm being complete honest with you guys, with everybody, and I just don't. I just don't think I'm a nice person that much. But can I be nice? Yes, but I just don't think my personality is all that great. To be honest with you guys. And what stresses me out as well is thinking about what my coworkers, what my managers slash bosses and my friends think of me. What people think of me. Like even the customers. I try not to embarrass myself. I try to be professional. I try to be friendly. But sometimes it just doesn't work out. And then I think people think very bad thoughts of me. And then it stresses me out. It brings me down. And I doubt myself. I've made mistakes. I made plenty of them in my life. But let's just hope I don't make too many. But at the same time, if you don't make any mistakes, you don't learn from it. But sometimes, even when I make mistakes, I sometimes still don't learn from it. And sometimes it makes me think, am I just not smart enough? Or am I just, I don't want to say dumb, but because that's a pretty stern way to put it, because I don't want to be mean or seem like I'm being mean, but I guess they're just putting it in the way of meaning like, am I not smart enough? Am I not using my brain right? I don't know how to put it in that way to make it sound nice or not nearly as mean. And if I make it sound mean, I don't mean to be mean, putting it mean that way. I doubt myself a lot. And sometimes I feel like I'm not going to learn, but I'm really trying. I want to be the best person I can be. I want to be a helpful person. I want to be a person that people that they can look up to. I want to be that guy I want to be that guy who loves to help and tries their best. And like I said, I do try my best every once in a while, but all the time, no. I mean, there are definitely days that I don't try my best. I will admit that there's days there I don't try my best, but most of the time I really do try my best. It's just I let my thoughts get in the way of my life. Meaning that I think like something's gonna happen, like, oh, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? I always think of what ifs, and I don't think about the present, and that's the problem. And I always think like if something bad usually happens at a certain time or place, then I think it's gonna happen, and then I get miserable because I'm gonna have to deal with it. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. And the fact is that you don't know what's going to happen until it's then and there. And I got to get that fact through my head. And it's hard for me to do that. But this is mainly if any of my coworkers or managers, anybody that knows me, like personally, sees this, I'm going to put this on my YouTube. So if anybody who sees this, that knows me personally, sees this, I want to let you know. I want to help. I'm trying my best. And I'm sorry if I'm not if I don't meet your expectations. I really am trying my best. And I might make stupid mistakes, small ones, big ones. They're mistakes, and I might make them multiple times, and I do apologize. I do learn. I really do learn. Sometimes it takes a while for me to do with certain situations, which I know with certain situations it's not an excuse, but I'll have to live with those consequences. Because if I don't live with the consequences, then I'm not maturing. And maturing is what I have to do. I'll be 22 on Sunday. So I have to get my head in the game. I shouldn't let my thoughts get in the way of, meaning what if thoughts, thinking about the future. Think about the present, and don't think about the future too much or the past too much. Think about the present. Because think about it, the past and stuff and things like that, learn from your mistakes, but don't think about it. Don't overthink it, is what people tell me a lot. And they're right. I shouldn't. But I do. And that's my problem. And I gotta figure out how to fix that problem. In the moment of stressing out like that, it's hard for me to get back in the game or give myself control in the moment. But I just gotta figure it out. So certain situations it's easier, certain situations it's not. But I just gotta figure it out. Excuse me. But it might be easy for me to say that, but it's like with most situations, easier said than done. This stuff takes time. even if I have to, even if I have to do these techniques that I should know how to do for the rest of my life to help me, then so be it. It's worth it. Sometimes I need to be reminded how to do these techniques, because if I'm not reminded, then I'll totally forget, and then I'll just go back into the ways of me thinking of what if thoughts about like the future, and then consequences and stuff. But consequences is what you have to deal with as an adult. That's just life. The smallest mistakes, the biggest mistakes, any type of mistake. Yes, no matter how big or small the mistake is, yes, does it upset me? 100%. Because I always try to make amends or fix my mistakes. And this is probably the biggest thing that I worry about or hate doing, is making people upset, angry, or sad, or even like just unhappy in general. I hate doing that, and I fear that I do that a lot. Especially, and I mean especially in work. I don't want to leave my coworkers, my managers, or customers upset, like leaving upset or thinking bad thoughts of me, or just having them get upset because of me in general. I want them, and especially customers, I want them to feel welcome. I want them to feel like they have a place that they can shop and a place that they can come back to. And sometimes for me to get into that mood to where I'm like welcoming and just outgoing, it's hard because I let my thoughts get to me. And that brings it up to the part of the what if thoughts. And that stresses me out. I get tired, I get stressed out, and then I get miserable. And I let it bother me. No, I haven't had any instances with customers like really, really bad instances with customers or anything like that. I haven't had that before. I know I'm smart enough to know not to do that. But when I say like it affects me sometimes, meaning like sometimes it affects me so much, I don't try my best, and like I don't yell or anything. I don't get mad like that at work. I just get stressed out. I pace back and forth, and like I don't yell, I don't talk back, I don't cuss like that. I just pace back and forth and just stress out and just go to myself. You know what I mean. But making people happy, especially in my job, is what I want to do. I know I can't make everybody happy, and I wish I could. It would make life a whole lot easier, but I know I can't make every single person happy. And that's just one thing that's difficult for me to get through my head, because I'm a people pleaser. I like making people happy. I just can't make everybody happy, and that's just difficult for me to get through my head. And whether or not I want that fact to get to my head, it's a fact, and it's just how things are. Just how things are. But I just want people to know, if anybody has any opinion of what I should do to change, any techniques, anything for me to do to change as a person, to make myself better, please let me know in the comments below. And if anybody who watches this who knows me personally, feel free to contact me, talk to me IRL if you know me IRL. please let me know, because I will take any advice, anything, to make myself better in any way. I want to make sure I am the best person I can be so I can help others. And let me know if any mistakes I make need to be fixed. Because I will not live with myself, even, no matter how small, no matter how big these mistakes are. I will not live with myself knowing that I have not fixed these mistakes. Any small or any big mistake. And I want to be as clear as I can be. Please let me know if I could change anything about me. Anything. Will I change instantaneously? No, probably not. Will I try? Absolutely. No matter how long, no matter how hard these changes might be or take, it's worth it if it's going to help me, benefit me, and the others around me. So, I guess to end it off, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you watched this video, all the way through, I appreciate it. Even if you didn't, I still appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who watches my videos. And I appreciate everybody in my life who helps me get to this point that I'm at now. And who can help me make a change. I want to make a change. I want to help people. If I'm happy and I'm helping people, making people happy, then my mission has been accomplished. And now you can't please everybody, and it's a hard thing for me to get through my head, but if I can make at least one person happy, then I'll be happy. I'll feel good about myself. So, I'm going to end off the video here. And like I said, if anybody IRL, my friends, or people, or my viewers, tell me in the comments, DM me, tell me IRL. If any of you have any opinions on what I could do to change, please let me know. I want to be a good person. I want to be a good guy. I just want to help out. I want to make myself better. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a good night.